So in conclusion of our first module, we've learned a lot about graphic design and images and a little bit about copyright. And so I just wanted to point out some of the highlights of this unit, this module. We learned about graphic design and who graphic designers are, and if they will work for an ad agency, who their supervisors are, those art directors that give them direction and help as they create designs for clients who pay the ad agency, or in the case of freelancers, who pay the graphic design freelancers directly. We learned a little bit about images, and images can be raster or vector on the computer. And raster images, we learned, are made with pixels that you have on your computer screen, these tiny little dots that make up an image. And vector images are created with mathematically plotted paths and points, and they have their advantages and disadvantages, and we're going to be using two different kinds of programs this semester that will create both. And we learned a little bit about stock images and why you would use stock images and not just create your own images. And we're going to be using both stock images and originally created images this semester, mostly focusing on originally created images, but we will practice with stock images right away just to kind of get started. We learned a little bit about manipulating images and some of the terms involved with manipulating images, and we'll be doing a lot of that this semester. And we learned about copyright, because once you create an image, it's yours and you have the right to copy it, and that's nobody else's right. So if somebody tries to steal from you, of course, you should protect your rights, and you want to respect other people's rights and their creativity so that when they create something, you don't want to steal from them. So we need to respect other artists and not just steal from them from the internet. Of course, it's just like if you write a paper for another class, you don't want to plagiarize and take the words off of somebody else's paper or essay or article that they've written on the internet. We want to create our own original images, and I've heard a student say before that that's kind of like stolen valor. If you've ever heard of somebody who pretends to have been in the military and wears the uniform or wears the medals that a hero or a person who served has worn. Well, of course, graphic designers are no heroes necessarily, but graphic designers put a lot of work into what they do, and we don't want to steal their work and pretend that we have done it ourselves. So we want to not steal that valor. We don't want to get in trouble, and of course we don't want to get sued or embarrass ourselves. So we want to create our own original content as much as possible when we are working in this class, and of course going forward into the future if we ever become graphic designers or do this sort of thing after we leave this class. So we've learned a lot just in this short unit, this short module, and I hope you've gotten something out of it and enjoyed it a little bit. Of course, we're not always going to be doing reading and writing this semester. We had to get these sort of things out of the way as we prepare to make our own images. And so, again, I hope you've enjoyed it, and hope you've gotten something out of it. And we will move forward next week with Photoshop and making our own images. Thank you so much.